Hi, Cancers, Pisces.
Okay, so what's up, y'all? Sorry I didn't get y'all video out before the 2nd, but it still stands. Weekly checkup on Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio for September the 2nd through September the 8th. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Introducing these. I got a little more time on my hands. Got a couple more days off the schedule. You know, since took a better position, less days to work, so I can put this time into this. You know, Spirit is helping me out to do this. I'll explain some more stuff at the end, but we're gonna start off with Pisces. And if y'all notice, if y'all looked at any of the other signs, I did different decks for the fire signs. So I'm doing a different clarifier for you guys. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I just decided I wanted to do that this morning with some cards that I barely use, and I'm just really trying to get reconnected with them again. So bear with me that these messages come out to your guys' liking. So we're gonna start off with Pisces. Your cards is already ready to talk, so let's see what's going on with Pisces. Let's look at the cards too. Overall energy is basically you will be victorious in whatever this is that you're trying to do this week, Pisces. I feel like you kind of start off the week feeling like your own personal happiness is being compromised for some reason. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys feel like your happiness is being compromised, and you're having a hard time healing in a certain situation. And I feel like it's because you guys have had to walk away from something that I think has been in your life for a while. The good thing about this week is that you are understanding that you must bring, our spirit is bringing you the knowledge that you must understand the balance between actions and thoughts. And so that's a good thing, that you are, being led to understand that you must, bring a balance between the things that you do and the things that you say this week. So it's a good thing. I feel like, this is all about divine timing. Everything that's going on is about divine timing, and just knowing that Spirit has you regardless of if you feel that your happiness is being compromised. It's being compromised for a reason. I feel like, a lot of the cards that are on this table, they equal out to be 7s or 8s. So, it's just about movement, and just putting in that work and knowing that you're doing it and it's happening because there is a bigger purpose, whether you can see it or not. I feel like later on this week you will be prepared to take action, to go hard for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whether or not you feel like it's going to bring you happiness, or whether or not you're feeling like you're doing it because your happiness is being compromised. Whatever the reason is behind it, you are being forced to make some type of move, to initiate something that maybe you have been very apprehensive about, pursuing. I do feel like there's a fear that you don't know if you're going to be able to have the strength to do this. And just because this Angel of Strength card for me can represent the sign of Leo, this could be involving a Leo and a change around a Leo, so it's like 5s represent change. You may be fearing this change because something or someone has been a part of your life for a very long time, and you're like, well, but how am I going to deal with this? Am I going to be able to, move forward in the way that I need to move forward? But I feel like you can, Pisces. You can go after whatever it is that you need to go after. Don't be feeling afraid, like you can't. I feel like this journey, like you've been knowing for a while that you needed to go down this path, but you've just been holding yourself back. And you were blocking yourself from being able to move forward in the situation, maybe because you really cared about this situation or this person. But I mean, Spirit is coming in like swiftly to bring changes about your life this week. And you know, Spirit is like, look, we can't keep holding on to this same energy. It's time to make a move. And I feel like through doing this week, because you're so anxious to get to the end result, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of impatience with you, because it's just like, okay, now divine timing comes in and brings about these swift changes that you yourself knew that you should have been making long ago. And so now you're like getting very impatient because you want that out. You want the end result to come, you know, but you can't rush the process. Everything gonna happen in time when it's meant to happen, and know that it's just gonna happen, you know. So let's clarify some of these cards and see what's really going on in the situation. Because overall, I feel like you have a good week, Pisces. It's just going to be a week of a lot of changes and things, you know, being rearranged for the better of your circumstances, of your situation, you know. So just be patient with the process, you know. You're acting like a fire sign that is like really impatient, want things to come when they want. And you could have a little fire in your chart. So that could be what's the, you know, impacting focus to why the impatience is here. I do feel like whatever is going on in this situation, I don't read these cards in reverse. So whatever is going on in this situation is going to bring you luck. It's going to bring you that balance that you need, Pisces. You know, you may feel like your life is being compromised, your happiness, all that's being compromised, but whatever and however Spirit is bringing this swift movement into your life, it's going to be for the betterment of your life. It's going to be a very lucky streak. Even though it might be a little bit of an inconvenience, it's going to be a lucky streak for you this week. You may be having to walk away from something that you hold near and dear. Because I feel like in this situation, you know, you've been kept in a cage to where you couldn't express yourself. You couldn't move the way you wanted to. And I feel like Spirit is giving you the key to unlock yourself and to be able to, you know, fly away free. You know, you don't need to be in a cage feeling like you got to be constrained and to everyone's will and doing what everybody wants you to do when, you know, your Pisces, your water sign, your flow. It's like your water has been contained in a box. You've had all these expectations placed upon you. And I think Spirit is giving you that freedom this week to do whatever you please and whatever you want to do. So now you got to, like, consider balance in your life. And that may be something hard for you to do, because it's just like, I feel that for a very long time, you like have been feeling as if scratch that. You have to consider balance. And that's what Spirit is wanting to bring into your life, balance. So maybe whatever you're walking away from, you got to cut it off abruptly, or Spirit is showing you that you need to cut it off abruptly. Because yes, dealing with that situation, dealing with that thing was causing you to be imbalanced, when Spirit is trying to bring that balance and helping you to see why you need to cut this person off so that you can get the ultimate balance that you need. So I see you doing it later on in the week. And it's like hurry up and do it, because if you don't, it's like the time clock just ticking, like you were almost about to run out of time. It's like you've been sitting here trying to maybe figure out how you should do it, but now Spirit brings that door and opens it up and tells you run like hell, because you know it's just like time of the essence type of situation. And so I feel like you're going to be rushing to be able to do this quickly as possible, even though there is a fear, because there may be some things that are being talked about in the public, or, you know, some gossip around this situation. And I really don't personally know how Pisces deal with their personal lives and when people are gossiping about it. You know, I know a few Pisces that they don't have a problem with putting their transgressions out into the open themselves, but it kind of feels like, you know, You are feeling like you are not going to be able to be strong in this situation because you might have some naysayers. You might have some people saying things behind your back or even to your face that, you know, give you a little bit of doubt. But don't let the naysayers stop you from doing whatever it is that you need to do, because only you know what's good for you at the end of the day. They can't make decisions for you. And because I think, like, you was trying to take this journey for so long, but it was something in your life that was blocking you. And Spirit is like, nope, I'm about to remove this blockage because I want Pisces to go down the path and down the road that they are meant to go down, not keep themselves held back because of a situation, people, places, things. No, it's no more. And like I said, towards the end of the week, you may be a little bit impatient because you have started this action in your life. You have seen the light that Spirit has been trying to show you, and you know, you're like, oh, I just want this to be over. But I feel like it's going to help you bridge a gap towards something that you've really wanted for a long time. You're going to finally be able to get to where it is that you've really wanted to go, and the end result is going to come by the end of the week, but you just got to be a little patient in the process of what's going on. So, you know, Pisces, this is a pretty good reading. You're being set free from whatever it is that has been holding you back, you know. Even though it might not seem like that, it might be seeming that your happiness is being a little bit imposed on, but it's for your own better good, you know. And I spent 11 minutes on y'all, you know. I feel kind of good, though, because I didn't want to do y'all readings yesterday because I just was feeling so heavy. I had to do the fire signs reading twice and changed up the deck because that energy was just very negative. And so I just totally deleted that and did another one and brought some more positive cards to the table because I felt like they needed that energy since their reading was just like, oh my God. So now we're going on to Cancer, see what's going on for y'all in y'all week, September 2nd through the 8th. Let's see what's going on for my Cancer crabby pants. Let's see. Okay, so I think this for you has a lot to do with love, Cancer, this week. And it's centered around a masculine energy. It does not have to be a man in your life, but this energy, you know, is a concern for you this week. I feel like you might have a masculine energy, a man maybe in your life, or someone that just holds a lot of masculine energy in your life that is not quite being the person that you like them to be. They may not have your best interest at heart when it comes down to love. And because of that, you may be feeling like you're just tied up in this web that you can't seem to get out of, Cancer. I do see where if you were thinking that there was deceit, there probably was deceit in the past, but maybe if it's centered around this individual in your life, the deceit is gone. But I never doubt that there wasn't any deceit at all at one time. It's just not any deceit right now. So later on this week, I feel like you're going to be tested with your third chakra, your willpower, you know, your perception of things, how you see things going, like, you know, how you make things happen in your life versus other people in your life. And I feel like, you know, the fear is that you may get a little bit impatient this week, or that maybe you may fear that, like, you are just waiting around and feeling like, am I going to be patient enough to see what is going on? So you don't really, it's really about you feeling like there is someone, because this is how you see the situation. There's someone that's not loyal to you. There's someone that doesn't have your best interest at heart. But I feel like you tie yourself up in the web of your mind in what's going on. The deceit is not there. Maybe you thinking that the deceit is not there, and maybe it is there. But your willpower is the test for this week. Your willpower, how you make things happen for yourself, how you move in situations, that is what the test is this week. And there's a fear that you want to move so fast, and because stuff may not happen the way you want to. But I already feel like you already been in this situation of not knowing what to do. You've already been here. You really haven't been knowing what to do right now, or in the past you haven't really known what to do. But I just feel like if you don't make a decision, like if you don't take this test and go where you need to go with it, you know, some doors are going to be closed when it comes down to love. Because I don't know if you know, there is other suitors in your midst that maybe you are overlooking, and because you holding on to this situation, or are you gonna like lose out on love because you're thinking the wrong thing about someone that might be good for you, but because you thinking and you inside your head and you can't make a decision, you know, this person may walk away from you. I mean, some things can happen because I don't see the seed. Or maybe it is that you are dealing with a person that don't have your best interest at heart, but you don't know. You can't figure it out because you're not really looking at what you need to be looking at. You're not really looking at the details of the situation. And so while you thinking, oh no, this person is not being deceitful, they possibly could be. But the only way you're going to find out is if you take action to investigate. I feel the way you need to investigate. Forget about what everybody else saying. Forget about what maybe this person is saying to you, because maybe they don't have your best interest at heart. But it's only for you to know what is the motives behind it, what this person is doing. So I do feel like there needs to be a depth to something in your situation, and I feel like divine timing is gonna come through and sweep it out swiftly. Whatever that, or whoever this person is, God is gonna just, you know, remove them accordingly, you know. And maybe you're very impatient about it because you're just like, oh my God, Spirit, when is this gonna happen? And so you're really tied up in your head because you know change is about to come, but you don't know how. I feel like there is like a decision that you need to make. This is the card of indecision. You got two choices. You got two choices to make. In this card, it depicts that neither choice is the wrong choice. But I feel like, you know, maybe you trying to figure out exit routes into getting rid of this person. And it doesn't matter which one you pick. You just need to pick one. You need to pick a side and follow that side, you know. Because you may be trying to make yourself believe that there's nothing going on when there actually could be things going on. And if you're like thinking that something is not going on, I feel like Spirit is going to come through swiftly and just show you what's going on with this star card, clarifying this deceit in reverse, you know, because what you thinking is not really what it is. And I think this week Spirit is going to like really put that light beam on your situation so you can see what you couldn't see before, you know. And then it's up to you to enforce your willpower to make some things happen, because I'm telling you, you know, this could happen around an event, a public event, where you just got to show people what you made of. This may be your key to be able to get where it is that you want to get. And you know, something is going to be made public that I feel like is going to test your willpower and how far you're willing to go and what it is that you're going to do to make changes in your life. You know what I'm saying? So be aware and be on the lookout for that happening this week. I also feel like with this lack of patience, you know, are you fearing someone that's having a lack of patience? They just not going to wait on you, or whatever the case may be. I feel like definitely there are new things coming into your life, and you're very, very impatient about these new things, or someone around you is very impatient about these new things coming. Or this could symbolize, you know, some things surrounding a child in your life, or just a young person in your life that is, you know, testing your patience. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like the past, you just had a lot of indecision. I think you needed to travel somewhere. There needed to be some messages that needed to come. And some, like, you may have had someone waiting on you and you was just very indecisive about what it is that you wanted to do. But I'm just feeling like, you know, right now, Cancer, it's like there's got to be some depth to some situations that you're going through. You got to pick a path to go down. And I think Spirit is going to like open up the door for you to see what it is that you need to see, and then tell you, okay, you got the information you need, now what you going to do with it, you know? And it's all up to you. You will have protection, especially if this is surrounding love. Like, if a door does close to love, if you do have to like walk away from someone, you will have the protection that you need, especially if there's a mother figure in your life that is nurturing. You could be the mother figure for a child. You know, you might have to close some doors this week, and you might be afraid of how things is going to turn out, but I feel like they're going to turn out in your favor. So don't worry about it. Just make the decisions that you need to make, and be very aggressive in the action that you take, because I feel like your willpower will be put to the test this week, because some things probably will be revealed to you that you did not know. While you was thinking somebody might have had your best interest, you find out that they don't. And if that's the case, then you know what you need to do, Cancer. So now let's discuss what's going on with my Scorpio queens. What is going on for the Scorpios for the week of September the 2nd through the 8th? What is going on for my Scorpios? Okay. So you could be linked to the Cancer. Yeah, you could really be linked to the Cancer, Scorpio. So this is what I see. You want happiness within your family this week. Or, you know, you're experiencing a lot of stability, you know, a lot of happiness. Everybody's seeing eye to eye. Everybody's getting along within your family. But I feel like, you know, it does bring about some type of pause to an ending that needs to happen, you know. Like, it's this new world that you need to be walking through, and I feel like for some reason there's completion that needs to happen, and it's not necessarily happening the way it needs to. And so you could be thinking about someone that is a good leader, someone that is analytical. I could like to call these the air signs in your life. And so it could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra that is on your mind heavily. Someone that gives out good advice, someone that, you know, that you can go to and talk to. But like, I feel like there's some type of indecision on a path that you need to go down, and you really don't know which path to take. Spirit is going to divinely push you into the path that you need to go down. And so you might be fearing that, you know, people are not going to like you. Certain doors going to be closed if you don't make a decision, you know. But I feel like right now, you just really need to be worrying about listening to what Spirit is telling you, not really worried about whatever everybody else is saying to you. Because I feel like in your past, there was a masculine energy that just didn't have your best interest at heart at all. And so a lot of you could be dealing with like same-sex relationships, or you could be a bisexual somebody, you know, and in the past you was dealing with someone that didn't have your best interest at heart. But then it's like, it could be a situation where you just a loving ass person, and even though this person didn't have your best interest at heart, you still end up having a lot of love for people. And this could, for me, represents it could be the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this could be your energy where you end up, you know, even though you went through whatever you went through with these people, it's like, oh, you still got love to give for another day, you know. So let's clarify some of these cards and see what's really going on in the situation with this. So I feel like you may be really taking a closer look at the balance that's in your family. You got 3 4s, so that's all about family. I mean, that's all about stability. And so maybe you or other people may be looking in, maybe to kind of get some inspiration on how you're able to hold such a tight-knit family. Or maybe this is what you're wanting, so you're looking more into ways that you can, you know, have this in your life. But I feel like it is contingent on a ending that needs to complete. There needs to be something that ends. And I feel like, you know, there's a gift probably that needs to be dispersed out to someone so that you can have this happy family. Maybe there was some things in the past that, you know, someone wasn't being fair, and it kind of could have broke a family situation that could have been happy apart. And so like, you this week, Scorpio, could really be thinking about this really intelligent masculine energy, because it doesn't have to be a man. It can be a man, but there's someone masculine in your life that you're thinking about that's very good with words, you know, just a good leader, a good person. And I feel like you may feel like either this person is meddling because they're trying to create some type of change in your life, or you'll feel like there are other people in this situation that may be meddling with you being able to reach out to this person, you being able to do whatever you need to do. You feel like if you do it, there's going to be people that's going to be meddling in the situation, you know. So I do see where you're trying to make a decision. Do I go left? Do I go right? What do I do? Whatever you decide to do, Scorpio, it's going to bring this new energy around. It's going to be a birth of something new, and it's all about divine timing. Like, all of y'all have really been having this divine energy around you, you know. And then with Jupiter being in your chart, like, going direct again, things are going to happen that's good for you. You may have had to wait for a while to see certain changes, but I feel like this week is going to be the beginning to certain changes in your life. And maybe there's you may be fearing a message that may be coming in that may shut some doors when it comes down to love for you or someone that you know. Maybe you are fearing, well, if I tell the truth, or if I really put the information out there the way it needs to be done, is this person still going to deal with me? Is they still going to like me? You know, you don't need to be worrying about that. You know, just put the message out there. Don't have that fear, because if you have that fear, that is what you bring up about the situation. There's definitely someone that didn't have your best interest at heart, someone that you possibly was married to, someone that you possibly was in a relationship with, someone that just really did not have your best interest at heart in the past. But I feel like it's not stopping you from still being the loving person that you need to be. And there may be a woman that you're trying to go to or go through, and it's like people are meddling. You have meddlers in your midst this week, Scorpio. So if there's a message that you are trying to get out to a man or a woman, there are people that is meddling. And then you might have had someone in the past that just wasn't good for you, and they was feeding you all types of bullshit, telling you how much they love you, pausing you from going and making a choice that you needed to, only merely because they didn't want you to be in a situation with someone else that probably was good for you. And it's just like, this could also be where you were that person that knew someone else needed to be somewhere else with someone else, but you was stopping someone from being where they truly needed to be. But whatever the case is, get the message out there this week, regardless if it closed the door for you or not. I think it'll help more with your conscious, you know. Make a decision, because there is newness that needs to be brought in to this situation, and there is being a magnifying glass being put on the happiness that you need. So if you need to figure out what you need to do to have that happiness, you got good cards up here. You got some meddlers. You definitely got some meddlers that are trying to fuck with the change that you're trying to bring about, or that someone else is trying to bring about in the situation. But I feel like there's endings that needs to happen, and I feel like they're gonna bring you luck if you have the courage to bring the endings about. So this was a really pretty straight reading for the water signs. I'm really, you know, satisfied with this reading. I hope you guys are satisfied. This is a week of change, you know, a very much so week of change that maybe a lot of people have been waiting on to come. So I hope y'all enjoy y'all week. Do the things that y'all need to do for y'all, not for nobody else at the end of the day. If it resonates, y'all talk to me about it, because I think out of all the readings, besides the air signs, y'all got the next two. You and earth signs have a lot of changes going on. Fire signs got changes, but I feel like they're letting their fear hold them back from the changes that they need to make. But air signs is kind of walking into that change and receiving the blessings that they need to receive this week. So it's like, you know, do what y'all need to do, because it's nothing but luck from here. It's a change in the way things were before. So I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. If y'all want to book personal readings, y'all know how to reach out to me. IabiCola2@gmail.com. I'm gonna bring the There's Always 3 series back to the platform, because y'all really did enjoy those Deacon videos. So I'm gonna start recording those today, and I will talk to you guys again later.